Well, hello. I'm sorry to keep you waiting, but it has been a week and it has been a morning. I don't know what's going on with my computer. It's like I set up for my YouTube Live and then it wants to put me in vertical orientation and not horizontal. So I am not sure what that is about. You may even see this video vertically, but I promise to work on that next. But anyways, my name is Colleen Magnus. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you live every Wednesday on YouTube to share some creativity with you. Technology is not my gift, but by golly, I'll try as much as I can. So there is no editing. It is what you get. So again, I hope this video turns out because I have a fun card for you to make. This past week has been wonderful, and it has been crazy. Since last Wednesday, when I came to you, we did our YouTube Live, and then at 3 o'clock, Stampin' Up! Announced the new in colors that are coming back, the retiring colors, the brand new colors. Then we had the pre-order list. We had the retiring list. We had the new catalog. So it has just been a whirlwind since that time. Because, of course, I have to look at the catalog, make my wish list. I did a video, if you haven't seen it yet. It's on my Creating with Colleen Magnus YouTube channel. I did that video to show you and walk you through both catalogs. We have the retiring annual catalog, the retiring mini catalog, and they give us these Excel sheets that are really hard to decipher. So I took the time to do it, mark up my catalog, so you could just walk through the catalog with me and see what's on sale, what's retiring, and I hope that was a big help to you. So in addition to all that, I have a wonderful team of happy shoppers. And I call them that because they all pretty much joined to just save their 20% on their savings of all the products they were getting from Stampin' Up! And if you ever want to join, get that starter kit. It's $125 in merchandise and you only pay $99. The shipping is free. And then you can purchase for yourself at a 20% savings, and you have me to help you all along the way. So since most of them are not going to check the website like I do, and I mean, I'm on it a couple times a day, doing it as a business. So I put together a newsletter for them. I post everything on our team Facebook page too, but I wanted them to have a newsletter that had all the links. Hey, you want to see the pre-order list? Here it is. Want to see the new catalog? Here it is. So I've been pretty busy lately, but it's good. I just want them to enjoy stamping and be successful too. Then in the midst of it, I promise I'll make this long story short. I got to stamp Saturday morning with I have 2 stamp clubs that are just such a blessing. The one Saturday morning, they have been with me for 21 years. So we stamp, we create, we go to lunch at Reginella's, get our pizza on. What a job, huh? It's great. And then I went to an Easter program at Haygood's United Methodist Church. And if you have never been to it, they do it every Easter, and it's phenomenal. So I went there. Everything was going great. My friend Debbie Wilson was in town with me, and I back into the car behind me as I'm leaving. Can you believe that? I don't know what I was thinking. Well, I wasn't thinking. But I'm going to show myself a little grace because bottom line is, praise God, out of 44 years, that's the first time that's ever happened. And I'm an older woman with good insurance, so we really should be okay. That morning also, the hot water heater we thought was going because there was water dripping into the light in the utility room. So as that was happening, Danny checked it out. Here, our expansion tank, now it is granted 20 years old, had rusted out the side. Like it ate it like a cancer from the inside out. Think you would make it out of stainless steel, but you know, I guess everybody needs a little job security. So we replaced that. Thankfully, I'm married to a very handy man. Life was good. Well, the next day, we have water in the utility room light again. So we come up, and it was the hot water heater. So this is how we know we still serve a God of miracles, y'all. Not only did I find the paperwork, my hot water heater was under warranty. When does that happen? You know, it usually something happens 3 days after it expires. So we went out to Home Depot last night. Gal could not have been nicer. Exchanged our hot water heater. He came home. He cut out the floor in the the attic, got the insulation out, we've blown out the sheetrock, so hopefully the sheetrock's good. And here we are. Hopefully we'll have hot water tonight. Hence why I look the way I do. No shower today, just lots of makeup. I even put perfume on for you. I just don't even know why, except at least I smell good. So that's good. So that is my last week at a glance. I always say, oh my goodness, my last week has been one heck of a month. Because that's what it felt like, but so many good things in there too. So many good things with Stampin' Up. So many praises that the little bumper fender bender wasn't worth, that our hot water heater was under warranty. God is good, and we are blessed. So anyways, that is my sad story of everything going on, except I'm probably going to have to leave this vertical orientation when I put it down. I don't know if my screen is locked, because normally I can rotate my phone and it goes where it wants to, but it's being difficult today. So we're just going to persevere, go on with this, and it will be what it'll be. It is what it is, but my dear friend Marvin always says, but it will be what you make of it. So here we go. But I am going to share a card with you today, a get well card, because we all need those. And it's using a really cute bundle out of the annual catalog called A Fish and a Wish. So that is retiring. And y'all know things are available only while they last. And I'm pairing that with the Friends Are Like Seashells stamp set. So we're using Blushing Bride, Soft Suede. So many things are retiring. Check your prices, check my video. Get them while you can, and there are some really good sales out there. So enough said. I am going to turn you down, and I'm going to rotate the camera, but I got a feeling I got to do it back. I just don't think it's going to rotate properly. I'll probably be on my head. Okay, here we go, y'all. Hold on tight. See, orientation is locked. Okay, so that is my problem. So y'all know what I will be Googling later. That has been my problem all along then, as the orientation is vertical and it is locked. All right, well, at least we know, right? We are going to roll with it. Here's your host code in here. I'll try to keep everything in the middle. I will watch my screen. Guess that's my middle. I'm looking down. Oh my goodness, the struggle is real, y'all, but we are here. So let me see who is with me today. All my very sweet friends. Renee is excited for the new items. I am too. I really am. In fact, I 2-dayed my order, so it should be here tomorrow. Yay. We got Fran, Kathy. Hello, y'all. Steph, Miss Gwen, Lisa. Oh, good. Lisa's great. Lisa says, I'm finally catching you live, and here I am, Lisa. Doing it wrong. Not wrong, but not doing it the way I would like to. So let that be an inspiration to you, Lisa. Just get out there and try it, because something's better than nothing. You know, so let's see. Oh, good. Sharon made my live from South Jersey. Gwen found it helpful. Well, you know, I feel like when you have a retired list, let me just go through it all. Why should all of us have to do that? Especially if it saves you a lot of time. So thank you so much. You are all so sweet in all of your comments. Yeah. Renee says, you look great and you probably smell nice too. Thank you, Renee. You're too kind. I wear Giorgio perfume. I've worn it, oh my goodness, since I was 20 years old, and I just love it. Okay. Oh, good. Sharon told me, slide it from the bottom of the screen and unlock the screen. I wonder if that would work in the middle of a video. We're just going to roll with it, but I will do that. Thank you so much. Sharon is my new tech advisor. Okay, let's roll. So let me show you this card. This here is called Fish and a Wish. And I had bought this bundle and I had not used it. And I was like, by George, I'm going to use this because it's so stinking cute. And I'm so glad I did. Let me hold it up a little higher. Seems like forever. Far, far away. So with this, again, I am using some of my retiring products. And let me just quickly give you an overview of what I am using. So this is called A Fish and a Wish, and it is on page 70 of the annual catalog. Very cute set, and you know I'm going to love it because it is a distinctive stamping set. I love anything that has that texture. Then you have the punch. The other thing I like about it is it's a punch and not dies. I love my dies, but Quick and easy, quick satisfaction also works too. So I have these two, and then y'all have seen it over and over again, so I'll make it quick. Friends Are Like Seashells is retiring. This is an amazing stamp set. It's regular price at $26, but the dies that are retiring are marked down to $13.60. They're regularly $34. So they are still available. I checked right before. And then you have this awesome Seashells 3D embossing folder. Now this is marked down to $3.60. It was still there. I was shocked. It makes a beautiful background, but then of course it coordinates with the dies. So the only other products we are using is we're using the Textured Chic Designer Series paper. Let me see where that is. That is right here on page 134. It is not marked down, but it's a specialty paper and it's gorgeous. It has a gold foil to it. So you get some bling on one side and just some gorgeous paper on the other. So to make our card, and it's a basic card, but I was like, Lord, I can't do anything too crazy today. But it's a pattern I want you to think of when you do a card, because this background here, you could do with any card and then embellish the front as you like. So the parts that I have for my card, let me bring them over here. We have, and I'm trying to see that I'm in the screen. I promise you I'll be horizontal next time. I have soft suede, 5.5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock, and soft suede is going out, and I am sad about that. But we have a new color coming in. I think it's like called pecan pie. It is going to be very, very similar to it, so I'm excited about that. So your soft suede card base. Then I have a 4 by 5.25 Blushing Bride, and I embossed this already with the Seashells 3D folder. Y'all know when I was a kid, I had trouble saying my S's. I always said my S's with my tongue, like that. I remember going to speech, and I'm going to tell my age here, going to speech class, and you actually had a card that you, when you talked, you ran it through and it recorded. And then you came back and you could hear yourself. Amazing. Getting braces helped too. I think that probably worked more than the machine. But moving on, we have 4 and 5.25 inch of basic white. I have the Texture Chic. This is 1.5 inches. Sorry, I don't have it on here. Let me put it on there real quick. This is 1.5 by 4. And y'all know the reason it's great to do 4 inches across is because it is a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock, and you're going to get 3 out of it. Going across, anyways. Then, of course, I'm using the double oval punch, so that's soft suede. And this here, this is retiring, but this has been some awesome, awesome ribbon. This is called Faux Suede Trim. And it feels like that. It feels like a suede, and it's going to work perfect on this card. So I'm going to put my pieces over here. I've never had them to the left. Let's hope that doesn't mess me up either. Hey, Judith, we're just getting started. So with this, you want to take your Blushing Bride that you already have, and you're going to take that Texture Chic designer paper. And I am just going to put this in the middle. The reason I put it on here first, as opposed to putting this on my card base first, is because if you're ever off a little bit, you can trim that. Because y'all know I'll cut it just slightly longer, just to make sure that I don't have, I would rather trim it to the cardstock than to have that little bit of Blushing Bride shown. So I'm going to get this close so you can see. This just goes over the top. But the other way I did it was I put the designer paper on here and then I embossed it. It gave it, you can actually see the shells in the paper, but I thought it gave it too much of a textured look. I wanted that paper to stick out just a little bit more. But at the same time, keep this in mind, because just doing this piece right here, and then taking it and putting it on your card base. This is your foundation for any card that you want to make. So it goes on like such. Make sure I'm straight. Never push it down till it's where you want it. Y'all know that. It's one of Colleen's rules. So I have the card here. So with any designer paper in a folder, this is where you can start. Now for the fish in a wish, you always want to stamp first and then you would punch out. So I'm going to need one blushing bride, large fish, one soft suede, and then that cute little tiny fat fish. Everybody liked him. I do too. So first I will take my blushing bride. Oh, I think Renee's giving me a challenge. She sells seashells by the seashore. Yes. See, I said it okay. Now, could I say it 3 times? That I don't know. That would be the trick. But yes, that was a good one to practice with. Yeah, you had a list too, and we did. How many times have we said that? My goodness. We probably couldn't count them, Renee. So I have to clean this. I've got my blushing bride fish, but I'm going to have to clean it. And what I love, we used to have a scrubby pad, but I love using the chamois. Now it will look horrible. My other one is black. The ink will never come out of it on your stamps, which I just love. You just give a little twist. I just wet mine with water. I keep it in one of the little thin cases that you can purchase separately, and it really is the best cleaning pad no matter how bad it looks. The other one that was kind of like a velvet, the ink would start collecting in there and you would have to wash it, which really was not a problem. You know, you could just, I used to use Dawn dish liquid because you can use that for absolutely everything. And then just rinse it out and let it dry. So I have my 3 fish here. And when I have something like this, because you would have to, like my punch, they need to be swimming to the right. But no matter how they're swimming, if you have them on a thin enough piece of cardstock, you can rotate this and cut it any way you want. It'll slide in just fine. So here I have 1. Look how quick and easy that is with a punch. Number 2. And then my little guy, so for example, my little guy's going the other way. So I just flip them around and I can still fit them right in here. If you had this on like a larger square, you would probably be having to trim your paper to get that to go in the right way. So I'm just going to layer these up with some mini dimensionals. And I already know who I am sending this card to. I have a very dear friend whose husband was just diagnosed with cancer. And if y'all would just say a prayer for them, God knows who they are. And they're actually at the oncologist today. So I am praying that they get a good prognosis and he can get his treatments and they can just resume life where they were. So please keep them in your prayers. So I have these pieces here. I'll put them on the side. And well, you know what? That sets me up to lose them. Let's go ahead and put them on here. So once again, I don't really push them down till I kind of get where I want them. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. My phone just rang. I tell you, someone's out to get me today. Hopefully you didn't hear it though, because I did turn it off, my notifications, but it came through on mine, so can't imagine you didn't hear it. All right, so I have my fish. So like this one, yeah, let me bring it down just a little bit more. I think I can live with that. So now I can push them down. Now the oval punch, the double oval punch, thankfully that did carry over because it is great to stamp your sentiments and then also to back them real quickly. So here I have sending well wishes. And we have this really cool kind of a swirl here. I want to put something behind here so it's just not solid white. But when I stamped full strength with Blushing Bride, it was too dark. So you're going to want to stamp off. Then it was almost too light. So we actually do something called huffing. And you're going to huff, it's not a bad thing. You're going to huff the stamp and not blow it, but huff it like that, because that moistens this ink, because it is a water-based ink. So that little bit of moisture from your breath will help moisten it again. So I'm going to take it, stamp it off. See how it's kind of dark? Moisten it, kind of fogs your block up, but it's okay. And then it's ever so slight on there. Ever so light. But it just kind of breaks up that solid white background. So I can take this. You always want to stamp first and then punch. So you will be successful at getting everything straight. So there's my sending wishes. And then I can take this with my soft suede and it will be backed beautifully. Hey, Patty's watching. Hey, Patty. How are you doing today? Glad you can make it. Hope you're healing well, too. We are making a get well card. Fish and a wish. So on here, sometimes there's a couple things you could do. Like you could take a piece of ribbon and put it around like that. But I thought, I already have this horizontal piece. And if I did, I would have just cut it and tucked it underneath the blushing bride. But sometimes I just like to put a little tail on there. Just a little, add a little something, but not too much. So I just took like a 3-inch piece of ribbon. And what I like to do is put my adhesive in the center and go ahead and fold it the way I want it, because my fingers are not going to be able to hold it perfectly. Okay, so I just kind of put it as a little tail. Then I'll put my tape on here. And I'm just taping it to the back. Now I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. And normally I would put one on each side, but don't put it on this ribbon because this is a thicker ribbon, believe it or not. It's really, really nice. But then it would kind of make it uneven. Can't have that, y'all know that. So what I'm going to do is I'll put my dimensional right next to it. So I have one here and here. So I didn't put it on the ribbon, but I put it underneath there. And then it'll be nice and, you know, the same horizontal. Like that. Okay, so I have my piece here. And you always, I love these. And you know, y'all might know, my demo friends out there, those who watch movie, these are the pastel adhesive backed sequins. I can't remember if they carried over or not. These are in the mini catalog. So if somebody knows, give a shout out. I hope they did. I love using sequins. I like it when they don't have a hole in the center. You know, and normally if it's an adhesive backed sequins, that's just a win-win because, you know, who wants to try to put glue or a dab on that and they don't have the hole. So for this one, when we had these are the pastel adhesive backed sequins in the mini catalog. They actually, you have a sheet of larger sequins and then a sheet of smaller ones. So I am just going to, I think I'll put a larger one here, kind of offset that a little bit. Put a smaller one here. And let's put maybe a smaller one here. See if I want to move that. I already pushed it down. I didn't follow my own rules. Here we go. And that's just, it could be little bubbles floating through your water, but it just adds that little bit of a bling. That is absolutely perfect for what it needs. So for the inside, where is it? When y'all hear me go, that means I'm looking. It's like, I don't know how you can sit and lose your adhesive when you never moved and you hear, where's that adhesive? Thank God it's right there. That's why I've always loved when somebody in the stamp room was with me, because I used to always tell people when I did demonstrations, I would say, look, if you're going to sit next to me, you're going to have to work the hardest, because when I can't find something right in front of me, you got to go, oh, here it is. And you just have to point it out. And they always did. They were such good sports. But for this, I am going to put this underneath here. I did put a brand new grid sheet on, so I'm going to try to keep it looking pretty good. So here, I love this little seaweed that is in there. It's wispy, it's a lot of fun. And I am stamping this in crumb cake because I wanted it to be just a little bit lighter. And then I'm going to take my fish. I'm going to remember to clean it. Haven't we all been known to stamp in an ink pad without a clean stamp in a different color? Okay. I will take my blushing bride, and I want my fish to look like he's kind of swimming through it. So I kind of put him coming out from under the seaweed. And then I will take my soft suede because I wanted my words to be a little darker. And I will have here for you. I want my dear friend to know. I have told her, but it's just good to get a little bit of happy mail. Let them know that I am here for you. So I will just put this on the side. Like so. And I had, let me see if I got it here. Okay. I have an envelope. If you do have your envelope, be sure to stamp something on it, just to make it fun. I don't know if it's true. I guess I should confirm with the post office, but I was always told you should stamp on the left side because when it feeds through the mail, it reads the address first. I don't know if that hinders it or not, but that is a good thought. And the other thing, I don't have to worry about these embellishments because they're soft. But if you have like the rhinestones or any kind of a higher embellishment, a lot of times people will take a piece of cardstock and slide it in there so that it doesn't go through the envelope. It doesn't go through the envelope. The problem with that is it adds thickness. And I don't know about y'all, but when I go to the post office, William just manhandles my envelopes. He's like trying to see how thick it is. And I often wonder if the man works on commission because he always tries to charge me more. So what I do, I don't slide anything in there to cover my embellishments. I actually put everything in here. I slide it in my envelope. Always make sure that the embellishments are on the back side where the flap is. And then I just take a little piece of shipping tape because it's nice and thick. It's clear. And I just put it over where the embellishment is. And your envelope is not going to rip. You didn't add any weight or thickness. And God, it's good. It's never been returned. And people get it. It will go through the machine. So I tend to ask for forgiveness and not permission when I'm going to mail a card because I think postage is too high already. But that's your little tip as far as, sending brads because you do have to watch the thickness. I get that. At some point it becomes a package. Depends on how big your embellishments are and how carried away you got. So let me see on my envelope. I think I'm going to go full strength. So I can just kind of go off the side here. And then take the bigger fish. And put them coming out this way. And again, I think what's nice is whether your fish is going to the left or the right, it works out really good. Oh, good. Gwen said if those are the pastel adhesive sequins, yep, they are, Gwen. They're in the new catalog. Yippee! And thank you, Renee. You confirmed that too. Very good, because I really like them. I think the colors are great. You have the blue, which is great for the water, the pink, and the gold. And so I think it works out really, really well. So there's your envelope. There's your card. Sending well wishes. And again, no naked envelopes. Make it fun. A lot of times you can also stamp on the back too. But that is my card. And all supplies, most everything I use, y'all know, is retiring. I think it was everything but the oval punch, the double oval punch. The rest is going. So just check your list, check the video, and get your order in while you can. Supplies are only available, it's only available while supplies last. Here is your host code for the month. And if your order is under $150, please use this host code. If not, you will earn host benefits at $150. So you will start receiving 10% of the merchandise for free. So you would get $15 in free merchandise. If you ever have questions on any of that, just contact me and let me know. And if you need to order or if you want to request my newsletter, you can just go to creatingwithcolleen.com and get everything you need there. But I thank you all for being here today. In the beginning, the struggle was real, but I feel good now. You are always a blessing knowing you're here with your support. And I'm just going to keep creating up here in the stamp room. Next Wednesday, I will be with you, and I'll be able to show you some new product that I got. My reveal isn't as extravagant as some, because they purchase so much. I like to kind of purchase a couple bundles. I'll have the new in colors I can share with you. But I like to see what people create before I start buying everything, because I'm a visual person and I just need to see what's out there. So thank you all so much. I love you all. I hope you all have a blessed Easter. We are going to have family over here, lots of it, 6 grandchildren and then some of their families. So it should be a good time. I think the weather will be good, and all it really has to be is dry so we can play outside. So you all have a wonderful week. Thanks again for watching. Let me know if I can do anything for you. And just know I wish you the best always. Y'all take care now. And let me see. And I am going to learn. I'm going to go ahead and unlock this. Sharon, thank you. I'm going to unlock the screen now. Then I'm really going to feel accomplished. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.